Hello, my name is Hannah. Today we're making a modern duplex in what world is this? Evergreen Harbor, I think. I don't build a lot of actual houses in here, so anytime I think of Evergreen Harbor, I think of the apartments because I build a lot more of those. But then when I go to actually build something, I'm just like, what's the world again? But I promise I think I know what this world is, so that's good. But this build was actually a suggestion from my comments, so thank you to that commenter. And if you want to do more comments of suggestions, I love doing suggestions because I cannot think of my own builds this often because I make 4 things a week. And so I build a lot of things and I do repeat a lot if you hadn't noticed already. So if you do want to comment any suggestions, if you've never seen a Sims video before, feel free to also comment because I feel like those ones are also like really crazy. Like I've done some really strange things to people who don't even know what The Sims is. So I think that's really fun too. But also if you just watch Sims videos all the time and you want to see something that you've never seen before also, do that. Or if you've seen like this thing that happens like, 80 million times a day that gets posted and you also want to see that, I could also do that too. I don't, have any preference for what I build. I can build most things, I'm fairly positive. I've never really ran across something that I really suck at building. For a while there, I would say modern, but like look at this, I'm building a modern duplex right now, so it's definitely changed. And I made like apocalypse kind of things, and those were really fun, and I hadn't done that before. So really anything I'm up to building, and I will try everything once. That is something I do with anything, but especially Sims builds. And usually it turns out really good because I did the same thing with Mediterranean houses. I would never build Mediterranean houses for the longest time because I think I thought I sucked at them, and now I really like Mediterranean houses. So I don't know. But, more comments if you want to suggest something, just, in the comments. Don't even have to write a full comment. Just write, creepy haunted milkshake factory or something. Yeah, this is the first thing that came to my head. If you want to just write that in my comments, I can figure it out. And so, if you want to do that. But I'm going to move on to the, duplex now. So I was trying to go for modern because I felt like that fit best with the Evergreen Harbor style, and I feel like just like eco-friendly stuff usually tends to be modern, which, it doesn't always have to be, but I feel like stereotypically like eco-friendly stuff is modern, so that's what I typically do. And so I did like lots of big windows because I feel like that adds to like natural light, despite the fact that they barely work in The Sims sometimes. Like sometimes my windows just stop working, which I think is a little strange, but sometimes the windows need breaks too, I guess. So we'll just give it to them. And also I did like a bunch of like just black and white stuff, and then each of the apartments, or I guess kind of apartments, I don't know what you would call. I've never lived in a duplex or anything like this, or like a townhome or anything, so I don't know what they're called. So but like each side has like a different like accent color because both of them are black and white, and then they each have their own like just different color that I chose. I don't exactly remember which colors I do because I haven't taken the screenshots for this yet, so I'll take it like afterwards. I usually do it before, but I didn't do it for this one because I've been really busy. If you've been like listening to my other voiceovers, I'm very busy recently, so I hadn't done my screenshots, but it's not like it matters that much. I just need to do it before I post it. So I'm thinking this one's green because it's pretty green in here, and so it's black, white, and green. I think the other one might be black, white, and like blue or orange, one of those two colors. I'm fairly positive, but I also could be entirely wrong on that one. However, I did do like a bold different color that's like really colorful. I did a lot of that in the other one, and so that was basically what I was trying to do. And then it also has this like medium kind of orange color, which I was talking about. The flooring is much more orange than it turns out to be. I think I changed the flooring at the very end to something else. I don't exactly remember what color I changed it to, but I did this like medium-ish kind of color on the inside for the other wood stuff because it fit with like the door. It's kind of like a lighter of the mediums, I guess. But the wood I used on the inside was a little bit lighter than the stuff that I normally do, so I guess that's an improvement. And I really like this one. It's kind of small and it's pretty like fun, and they're kind of similar on the inside, but they're very different shapes, so it kind of works together. And they're very different. I think one of them's a little less modern on the inside than the other one, so I thought that was pretty fun too. But they overall just work pretty well. And then I also had the experience to just like put multiple styles in like the same lot, and I thought that was pretty fun. So, but yeah, I guess that's about it for these two houses. So I'm now going to move on to a couple of the things that I did this week. So the first thing that I did this week is that we were notified on like Sunday at like 8 p.m. that my coach, well, I guess like the main coach, like the varsity coach, I guess, because the varsity coach like is basically the main coach that coaches like everybody, but then we have like other coaches for like the other levels. So, you know, that person told us that we were needing to do senior posters, which is basically just a poster of one of the seniors that are, I guess, like senior cheerleaders. And because we have like this thing called senior night where I don't exactly know what happens, but I know we have posters and they do something fun. Basically, that's all the information that's necessary, and that's all the information I have on it. But we were making posters, and so we were basically all assigned one person on varsity to make a poster for, and I think it was just the reserve girls that were, you know, assigned people, but I'm not really sure. I don't know if JV was also given. I'm not really sure. I also don't know how many people are on the varsity team, so not sure, but I could check, but I'm not gonna. So it was basically just my team that did this, and so it was really fun. However, I was the first one done with it, and I was the first one to start it, I guess, because I was using things that were around the house to make it, and all of the rest of them had to like go out and buy it. To be fair, that's because there's just a bunch of random art supplies in my basement, because there just is. And so I was just like, there was like a poster board. It was a little dented, but I covered that stuff up, so you can't really tell it's dented. And so it's got like, one of them has a hole in it, but that one's covered by a photo, so you can't tell it's dented from the front, and it's all good from the front. However, the back is a little bit, you know, worse, so, you know, that's okay, but it doesn't look bad, so that's good. And then we'll also just cut up a bunch of fancy paper, put it all in there, and then just like hand drew stuff and like hand cut it with like rulers and stuff, because I can figure out how to cut straight line now. Couldn't do that for my interior design project, but now I can, because I figured out how to do that. So it's straight and everything's all cut correctly. I made stars, which I cut stars oddly, because if you were to cut out just like a normal star that you were to just draw, they're not like perfect, and I like that better. However, I understand that not everybody likes stars that look like that. However, that's just how I draw stars, and also how I was going to make stars for this project. But I really liked it, and it looked really cool at the end. I didn't take a picture of it, which I realized that I probably should have done, because they were talking about like maybe 3 days after I had turned it in to my coach, about like talking about it and like posting pictures in our Snapchat group about it, and I was like, oh, didn't take a picture of it, and I'll like never see it again, which is not like, I don't care, because it's obviously it's a gift for somebody else, for like them to have. But I was like, I don't even know what it looks like. I know like the parts of it, but like what does it look like? I don't know. Like it doesn't matter that much. But also like I was done, and so any of the other ones, because like they were asking like if theirs was okay, or if theirs like looked like everybody else's, and so I could have done like that, and so I was like, oh okay. But, you know, I turned it in on, like, the day we had practice, and so the rest of them, I think, turned it in on Saturday, when it was, like, the last day that we could turn them in. But that's fine, because I just finished mine on Tuesday. Well, I started it on Monday, partially, not really, because we had to go to the store to print it off, and so that took a very long time. But then I just finished it on Tuesday, because we had more time on Tuesday to do it, and then Wednesday and Thursday I wasn't going to have any time. And then Friday and Saturday, as I've talked about, we're very, very busy, so I didn't have any time. So I was like, Tuesday's good enough, and so then that's when I finished it. And it was very fun. I just did some arts and crafts. There's probably a bunch of like tiny little paper slips literally everywhere in my room right now, but that's totally okay. But also tape. Finished an entire tape roll, so that's pretty fancy. So probably should find tape, but I don't think there's any more tape in the house, because we were looking for tape the other day and we couldn't find any. So hopefully I don't need tape anytime soon, but that's okay. It's fine, it's tape. I'll just figure out something else, I guess. But I use an odd amount of tape. Like it's too much to be like a normal amount of tape, but you just use tape more often than you think about it. And then when you need tape, you just don't have tape. So, you know, should probably figure out that. But, you know, that's fun. And then we also had 4 basketball games. As I said, Wednesday and Thursday were very busy. I had 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday. and it was a lot. My feet were killing me, and it wasn't like I guess the front and the back of your foot that you like touch the floor. It was the middle of my foot, and I have a very high arch, which I think is why they were hurting so bad. But the middle of my foot does not touch the ground like at all, and so like it is slightly on the side, but like the middle part not in the slightest, like it's nowhere near the ground, and so it gives me a lot of issues, especially recently because I've been doing a bunch of cheer stuff. But it was really bad on Thursday, and then I had to walk around on Friday because I wanted to go to museums and stuff. So my feet really hate me, but I've been doing a good nothing all day today, so should be okay. But we'll see when it comes to Monday when I have to walk again a bunch at school. So I don't know, but it was really fun. I think we did okay. We got beaten by some other school like really badly. I think was that Thursday, I don't know, we got beaten pretty badly, but that school is like known for being pretty good, so I'm okay with that. But we're doing pretty good, and so we might get into the basketball like championships. I don't know anything about what they're actually called, but like those things. And so I'm pretty excited about that if we have more games, but we've been winning a bunch of them, so I'm thinking we would, but I don't exactly know when the like schedule, I guess, or comes out, so we'll see then. But it's almost the end of the basketball season because our last like scheduled game before these is 4 days from now, and so that's like really sad. So I think we only have like 2 or 3 like normal games left before the championship stuff if we go to those, so just kind of sad because that's the end, and then I just gotta wait for tryouts, and so kind of sad, but I'm looking forward to it. And so that's about it for this week. So I'm probably going to end the voiceover right here, and it is almost screenshots time. So subscribe if you did like today's video, or you want to see more like this. But I do post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!